We're going on Jaguar Falls.
Oh, I love Jag.
Yes. And the first ban coming through from Corn Esports is a corny pick. Get away, Genos. You are going right back to the moon where you came from.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standard ban at this point. A very, very high win rate. And there's the Makoa.
Ooh, Makoko, we always like the Makoko Kokoa. And just getting rid of him just says, yeah, okay, so Jaguar Falls is not your map anymore because he owns that map. It's pretty much his best map in the entire game. So putting him off the field is definitely a smart choice. The Khan pick makes sense. They don't want the Storm of Bullets Khan to be running around making trouble in the neighborhood. And as we said last time, Atlas, he is back on the bench looking at Torvald and crying again. You only got one chance. You only got one shot. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. I couldn't even finish that sentence.
And there we have it. First picking the Willow. Corn Esports leaving a Lian open and a first pick Willow. Wow. Contact Noir going straight in for one of their main picks with the Ashe. That is not a surprise whatsoever.
And here comes the Lian. Come on.
Corn has to pick. Oh!
It happened again.
Yeah. Ashe and Leon on Jag for Contact Noir. This is... We've seen this too many times, Wuffie. We've seen it too many times. I'm actually speechless. Here's the thing, right? This is why more of these players need to be watching this broadcast so that they can learn this stuff.
But hey, I mean... Maybe it'll work out. I don't know. I mean, we've only seen it happen in bad situations. And for the first time, Willow is actually together with a good duo tank with the Inara and the Barrack. I do believe that they might have a chance here because we might be having that curse, that cursed sky above the heads of Willow and Lian when that happens. But I want to believe, I just want to believe.
I just think I can't bring myself to Wuffie. I've been hurt too many times before. I keep putting myself out there, okay? And then these teams keep destroying my soul.
Just grabbing your heart and going, Kalima! But yeah, Fernando and Fury are going on for Contact Noir. And now we have a really strong composition for Contact Noir. They have the strong shielders, they have the hit scan with the auto aim, they have the healer with both beams and cherish, and they're getting followed up and answered by a Grover pick over on Corn Esports. They're definitely being corny here, as they are also finishing up their draft with a Cassie pick. I like this draft. Despite the Willow pick, I feel that the cohesion of this team, as we saw in the Orphic game, they can make this work, if anyone.
It's not a terrible draft from Corn. I'll give them that. But Contact Noir just have so much of what we know to be their absolute comfort picks that they're just. I can feel the giant smiles on their faces right now looking at their draft. I mean, coming out with a unexpected, I would say, Drogo's pick. Yeah, to finish up there.
They gotta try something sometimes, They gotta be a little bit flexible. They're usually always getting those S-tier picks, and then they're like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, with the strong point presence that Corn Esports are going to be bringing with Barrack and Inara, Drogos makes sense here.
This is really MLL if Contact Noir aren't in the finals. We all know how it is. Welcome to the Week 5 finals. Corn Esports versus Contact Noir, looking down at the rosters. On blue side, Report Me with the Blast Flower, Willow, Zeta with the Mother's Grace, Inara, Zenix14 with the Rampant Blooming Grover, and Hero with the Big Game Cassie, and Noise Overlord playing the Tinkling Barrack.
Over on the side of Contact Noir, we have Fruz on the Cherish Fury, Saki on the Battering Ram Ash, Logi on the Eminent Leon, and Nemesis on the Combustible Drogus. And of course, to run it all out, we've got Otto on the Formidable Fernando. And of course, this wouldn't be an MLL game if Willow wasn't picked against the Leon on Jaguar Falls. Following this game, we see Nemesis on this right-hand flank through here, trying to find some value, but he's almost knocked off. If he didn't have those wings, he'd be doomed for sure. But it looks like the pressure's going through, and this is where we see a bit of a stalemate. Normally by now, Contact Noir would have wiped someone, but they're slowly, ever so slowly, creeping their way into the back line as Hero takes out Saki.
Yeah, this is both just dueling with each other right now, but it's Corn Esports who have got 2 kills. Reportedly finds the kill onto Nemesis, and Contact Noir are forced back on their home map. This Willow has not died yet, and straight away 69, 72%, but we know Contact Noir, this has happened before, and these guys do not tilt, they do not panic. They know exactly what they're doing as they're going to look to re-engage this fight.
Noise Lord already rotating over to the left side, over to Lightroom, trying to zone away Ash, knowing full well that they're going to try and rotate back onto the point. It's not enough as Saki finds their way into the backline, picking up a double kill on both Anhero and Noise Overload. So very close for Corn Esports as Saki cleans up even more kills, and Corn are sent back to spawn.
It was so close, but what a start there for Corn Esports. The Willow pick was actually having a desired impact that they wanted. It wasn't just immediately nuked down. They played across it well. Contact Noir are, of course, going to be taking this first point, but, you know, they don't look... Oh, my word. What a shot from Report Me. They're taking down Fruz just as he dropped down below the horizon. Zeta picks down Laji. And Corn Esports, they're pushing back Contact Noir. I don't believe what I'm seeing here.
Are we seeing some back and forth against Contact Noir? What's going on? Are they confused? Did they realize that they're actually playing Paladins? I don't think Contact Noir have gotten into the right mindset, and Corn are playing out of their minds, beating back them on every single front, as we haven't seen done before in this league. However, Nemesis and Saki, they're pushing forward on the right-hand side. Very dangerous spot for them to be in. That dead zone, though, enough to scare Nemesis away, even just for a moment, but it's not enough to keep him at bay as the Salvo comes out, deals a decent amount of damage, and Dragon Punch is now up, and the Immortal pops down.
Yeah, an early use of the Immortal just to try and keep this Contact Noir push going, and it is going to be a result in a Noise Overlord dying down on that right-hand side. Saki still having a standout game on this Ashe, even with a slight setback in this first point game. Contact Noir still will look well within their elements, and Hero going to be eating a combustible shot and having to back away. But yeah, Contact Noir still very well in this game.
Saki does have the assert dominance available, and as such, they are pushing incredibly aggressively on this right-hand side, making some space for Nemesis to push with them. That Dragon Spit is coming out, gonna do some damage to the barrack. He's gonna have to back off. Noise Overlord knowing very well to respect that Drogo's not someone you want to mess with. Combustible is such a devastating talent in situations like these. The Fate Flight is popped by Willow, looking to find some of those epic snipes, is trying to find Fruz, and Fruz is immediately backing up, knowing very, very full well that they are in the danger zone, and Willow, they have the Blast Flower.
And once again, Contact Noir are forced back. If just as a point of reference here, in 4 minutes and 27 seconds, Contact Noir have already pushed in the point, and they've normally captured the second point by now. As a point of reference, this is how well Corn Esports are holding them off. Currently, you know, fantastic showing against them, and we are full of praise for them. 4 seconds, 3 seconds right now. Contact Noir not making the way towards the points. They're going to buy overtime and go into a game pause on overtime. Pause
there we go.
Laji.
Just before the pause did go through, you gotta understand that Fruz just finds Xenix. So, at the moment, Corn don't have a healer. They're on the defensive, and they need to group now very, very quickly. Inflame is available for the Fury. Assert Dominance is also available, and obviously Enlightenment for Leon. They can make a play here at the cost of some ultimates, but Corn do have the ult advantage for the next fight, so there's a lot of things that have to go into consideration here.
Yeah, and just a bit of a awareness here of what this pause was for. There was a crash on the side of Contact Noir. This is their one game pause, and it was on the side of Nemesis as they wait for him to reload into the game. But I think this does give an interesting time to really see what's going on here. This is overtime. Let's look and draw the battle lines here. So, you know, it's overtime. Contact Noir, as you say, they have the ultimates available to them, and Corn Esports are doing a really good job at holding off here. But I don't know. I've got such a good feeling about this. Corn Esports just don't seem phased by Contact Noir's dominance. And that Contact Noir are having to work for this.
To me, this is a sign of professionalism coming through from Corn. They're not at all, as you said, phased. They're not worried. They just know that if they play the game correctly and if they play the game well according to their strategy, they'll win. They've not devolved into madness, so to speak. And they're holding fairly well, despite having just lost their healer, despite having practically only 3 men up at this point. They're doing incredibly well to hold angles. We do see the Barrack over on the left-hand side holding tunnel through to Jag Falls. We see Inara up mid, just poking out and doing as much as they can. They're not on the point yet. They know that if they step over that threshold, they're very, very likely to get punished. So that they know that if they hold these angles, if they hold some cover, and if they wait long enough till that Grover to get back up, they can get back in this.
I think so right now there is we're seeing half health on the Inara, low health bars going through here, just having a bit of a flick around. You know, everyone else is half health, 3/4 HP right now. So at the moment with the Grover, as you say, they don't look phasing with the Grover going down, but it does seem to me that Corn Esports will have to use their ultimates just to get out of the situation, because Contact Noir, even with a crash, as soon as Nemesis loads back in, they are back to full strength straight away. So I'm going to expect Corn Esports to have to maybe burn a few ultimates, or because I don't think they want to risk giving. Well, actually, no, they could. They could concede this point, and then with how close that initial point fight is, they might be feeling confident about it. I think maybe they could make something happen with combat mechanic.
I potentially wouldn't advise it, but considering how low cooldowns are available to Contact Noir, to Corn Esports, all they have to do is get back to rotate over to where Inara is, pop his shield down. Inara has Mother's Grace available, Earth and God available. They could potentially wait this out. Remember, it's only a 10-second respawn timer.
We are pausing now. We're going to go back into the game.
As I said, there's only a 10-second respawn timer on the Grover at this moment. Inara is backing up, very, very well aware of this. Ash, Saki, trying to beat their way forward towards this Barrack, but Barrack still has half health available. This is still enough. 2 seconds, waiting for the Grover to respawn. Is it enough? The bunker does come down as the dome shield is popped, and Barrack looks to hold up just for long enough, and that may be all they've needed. Grover is there, but it's going to be the seismic crash. Corn committing ultimates here, not letting Contact Noir. They want to keep this point. They want to take it to 1-1. They want to be the team that does it here at the finals.
No, but that was big. Saki got knocked off the map. It was a disengage from Anhero, knocking Saki off, stopping the assert dominance, and Contact Noir, for the first time in several weeks now, on broadcast that is, have been held 1-all. Straight away.
This is a very, very critical point for where Korn is standing right now. Korn have 3 ultimates in total, basically, and Contact Noir do have an ult advantage. However, itemization, if we take a look, it makes it look like Korn really haven't lost the point here, because they're fairly even in the amount of credits basically haven't been spent. And with Korn building such crucial items early games, such as that Wrecker, and really prioritizing it, this could make the difference for them. This could be what they need, and hopefully it is.
Yeah, the only real difference between these two teams is the credits gained from actually capturing the point here for Contact Noir, but of course, 1-all, we're back to even. Stevens here and Hero going to use the scout, trying to find a way forward here as they move towards the point, but there come the ultimates ready.
Inflame popped, there's Fayflight. Fayflight looking to find some things here, looking to disengage. Saki's pushing towards the background. They do have that assert dominance if they need it. Willow's in some trouble here, very, very low health bars. Saki is going to get taken down, report me sent back to base, but Nemesis is also going to find Zenex, and it looks firmly in the favor of Contact Noir, but hold on there. Fernando went back really, really early. It's still 2 men up. It's the Barrack and the Cassie. They can put some pressure down here and hopefully hold it, but Saki still has that assert dominance and they haven't used it yet. They can stop this point push. They can stop this point push back to point for the side of Korn.
Yeah, but they're really going to start making a move here. The whirlwind is used immediately, countered out there with the assert dominance. The stun comes down, but of course Zenix is going to not be CC'd by that immunity, and Saki's out of position here. He might just get caught out. Willow stops that shoulder bash. So this is a 4 versus 5, as even with low health bars, that Grover heal is going to keep everyone going. They have to use the Immortals to keep this fight going, but it's burst early. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to wipe them.
Pass over there just to save themselves might have been the crucial point right there. And all those kills going through as Contact Noir find themselves wiped. The Willow pick finally showing some value here on this Jaguar Force, as we've never seen it done before. The Scout's going to get popped from Cassie just for zoning purposes. And to give Willow in a Fayflight that angle there. And this is something we haven't talked about that Fayflight. They just captured. They've done it. Well done to Corn Esports, but they've just done it. And here we just see some synergy for ultimates. Scout and Fayflight are really, really impactful together. And Fayflight charges so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when Willow is getting a lot of value here. And this is the thing, the Willow is working here, and the reason for that is it's being played in a very specific way. It's more backline, it's more protected. The amount of times we've seen Willow just literally eat a full rotation of abilities from that Leon and then immediately taking out the fight, but not this time. Lagi has been quite restrained this game. Nemesis is also having a bit, getting a little hot under the collar. He's going to take down by Noir's Overlord. But this is a different side to Contact Noir. We have to see them defend here, and this is not something they're going to be used to in the MLL.
Contact Noir are getting beaten back completely, nearly wiped out. There are 3 men up against a 5-man total here. Korn are very, very well aware of how to dismantle that side flank that Contact Noir seems to flavor so much, and they're just picking apart. They want to go for the Willow here. Absolutely, Contact Noir want to and need to get that damage out of the way, but Korn are aware of this and are stopping it at every single turn. Ultimate advantage now favoring Korn as they push this through here. Whirlwind is available for Grover. That might be the difference maker as they push this through. This could be a 2-2 point fight, the first time we've seen it in a Contact Noir game. TJ, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is really turning the meta on his head. Lagi eating a lot of AoE damage from the Willow. Report me is sensing blood, wants to go for that kill, but it will just get a little bit too far. And the sprays come out. They knew Report me went a bit too deep there. Lagi getting the kill. And right now, it's just... I'm impressed. Saki and Lagi have been kept under control this entire game. Saki has not been able to get into the backline. He's not been given so much free space. He's actually getting caught out here. The Korn Esports are blocking those shoulder bashes. They're blocking his routes of travel here, and they're just picking him off one at a time.
This is just
it's
perfect.
Fantastic to see.
This is just perfect disruption, because whenever you see Saki coming into the backline, Korn, instead of disrupting them, which they have been doing, they just simply rotate away, because Ashe does have some range, for sure. But she's most impactful when she's up close, hence the shoulder back is in her kit. Unfortunately, Logi going to finally take down Report Me as they're caught out of position, but Korn still have 4 men up, and they're still going strong. They do have the ultimate advantage, but the question here is, will they commit those ults to win this game? Whirlwind may actually get popped here, because health bars are starting to look very, very low. Korn had a chance, but unfortunately, it looks like it may be over here at this point in time.
That's gonna be the feels bad there for Korn Esports, but I think maybe just got a bit ahead of themselves. Maybe pulled the trigger just a little bit too soon for that one. But I think, first of all, credit to where it's due. Any team that can take Contact Noir past the 11-minute mark on Jaguar Falls deserves a mad amount of respect from this caster, especially from what we've seen here. Having a look down, looking at net worth here, and it's even. Both teams, of course, have a capture each, and they've got a defense each as well, so it is only the credits accumulated in game. Nemesis not really having that impact that he would like to see at the bottom of the charts there. But this is still even. This is still, like, that's not the make or break here.
It feels just like Korn know what's happening. They've watched enough Contact Noir games and they paid attention, and now they're ready to literally just counter everything Contact Noir wants to do. But here comes the Dragon Punch, trying to look around. All that's done here is going to be cancelled early, doesn't find anything, maybe too much of a bad idea. Contact Noir, though, they are losing their Alto, they're losing their Fernando. Assert Dominance gets popped, but it's too late. Seismic Crash goes down. Inoa's going off the map. Nemesis finds that pick with the combustible Drogos, showing that prowess. But Report Me is still alive. Damage is still up for the side of Korn, and so is the healing. Whirlwind wasn't part of all that fight.
No, definitely, but I think that's just something that they wanted to hold. Contact Noir do have the Immortalers available as well. That is going to be used very aggressive just to keep Korn Esports back. There is that Whirlwind that you spoke of, but Korn Esports are back to full health because of it. Nemesis doing his best here, but you can see the difference here. The Furia heals, that she can only heal one target at a time, and Grover's just having so much more impact. More ultimates throwing into this fight here. It's neck and neck because Contact Noir are back again.
Oh my lord! Contact Noir pushing through so aggressively. Report Me is playing this side angle so very, very well, and Contact Noir losing another member. Otto goes down. There's 3v5 here, but don't worry, Nemesis is back up, but will it be enough? Inara just pushing forward here, never stopping. The Stone Warden, the Barric, the Dwarf, everyone's pushing up here. Such aggression from a team that we haven't seen anything from before. And Contact Noir are on the back foot for the first time in this set.
First time in the set, I would say first time in the MLL. They are behind from what we've seen on broadcast here. Contact Noir are forced back into their spawn. Now that's a sentence I didn't think I was saying this entire split or anything like that. This is fantastic from Korn, and again it's Report Me and Hero are really making plays. Noise Overlord stalwart on that Barrack. Zeta some crucial impasses to deny the Dragon's Fury. I'm not denying that one though, but the damage has already been done. They're now 3-2 up against the league leaders here. And Contact Noir, this is going to be a real test for them right now.
And Hero is going to go down. Saki's looking for more, though, trying to find this Noise Overload poke. He might get a little bit greedy, but Noise Overload is going to go off the side of the map there. Maybe just a reset, maybe just a misplay. It doesn't matter at all, because there's still 1 minute 30 on the clock, and Korn have pushed more than halfway through. They're at the first choke. They're almost past to the second choke. Saki's going to get cut off here, and Nora's got him in a pinch. This could be it for Saki, the off-tank. He's going to go down, and Contact Noir 4v5. Korn are going to push through and push forward back to that point.
Beautiful shot. Double kill from Hero on the Cassie. Really is making a heroic plays. I know Woofie is going to enjoy that little pun right there. Don't worry, I can still make them. Korn Esports, though, this is fantastic to see here. The Drogos is down. Another kill going over for the Cassie. And this is what we theorized. This is Contact Noir draft so early game. The Furia has so much impact pre-10 minutes, but now we're getting up to the 15-minute mark here, and those heals just aren't having that effect. Fruz is doing the best he can, but he needs to be... He's trying.
Oh my goodness! And Hero!
Wait.
In a row, albeit delayed.
They've done it!
They've
done it!
Goes down.